if you don't have one, you can also just fill up a 2-liter water bottle and poke holes at the bottom, fill it up, cap it, and then that's a very gentle and nice
Great, that's a good
rain
idea.
on
Yeah.
our seedlings.
Yeah. The thing that you do want to remember is that when you water them, you don't want to just water the top of them, you want to water the whole column. So you actually want to water them until water starts coming out the bottom. But then you want to drain that water because you don't want the bottom of the cell sitting in water because the roots will start to grow out the little cracks in the bottom and into that water. And then when you go to take them out, then you have to break those roots and it's damaging to the plant. So, what is good is if you water them all the way and then, you're maybe at your sink and you kind of tip it up and pour any extra water out. So you have to make sure, if you're watering it with a 2-liter water bottle, or I saw somebody that had a little tiny thing, they were sprinkling it on top. I'm like, no, you have to really water it all the way. You really want to encourage those roots to develop all the way down. So, great. The other thing that's really helpful to have when you're starting seeds early, especially in Alaska in February, are lights, our grow lights. So the thing is that we're gaining light really fast, and it seems like compared to December, we have so much light right now, and it's not enough. It's just not enough for our plants. So if you're going to be doing a lot of seed starting early, it's a good idea to invest in some grow lights. And we've been using the fluorescent T12 light fixtures from Home Depot with a full spectrum light, but they just didn't seem that bright. So this year we actually went and we invested in a little more expensive fixture, the T8 fixture, which is more efficient, so we're using less electricity, and it also puts out a brighter light. And our plants are so happy this year. It has really made a big difference, but it is a lot more expensive. It's about $80 for the fixture, and then about, I think, $7 or $10 for the lights. Each
And
light.
can you not put a T8 into a regular fixture?
No,
It's a specific
it's a
fixture?
specific fixture, yeah.
So different size ends, you get a T12,
Oh, okay.
a T8, and a T5 is really small. They're different
Yeah.
diameter.
Okay.
And then the other thing, of course it was my husband that was doing all the research on it, but he was saying that there's different colors of light. There's the blue light and then there's the red light. And if you get one of each, then you're getting a more balanced light for your plants. So what we got was one light tube that was around 3,000 lumens. Was it lumens? And then the other one was around 6,000.
The red one?
The red one, yeah, I think that's how it is. So, that's what we were doing, and the guy at Brown's Electric said that he's worked with several people on commercial growing operations, and that's what they've been doing. But you can also get those lights at Home Depot. So I'd like to encourage you to support Brown's Electric because it was pretty similar in price to Home Depot, and they're local.
You said that was like 3,000 lumens blue
No.
Yeah.
and 6,000 red?
Yeah, something like that. And it should say it right on the package. Yeah. So, but one light fixture, one 4-foot light fixture will do 4 flats of plants. So that's quite a few plants to get you started. Should keep you busy for a while.
So then my next question would be, okay, we're starting to grow seeds in February when the light isn't as bright outside. When the light does start to come back full force, like in April, and you're starting to
Yeah.
possibly plant things do you still need the light on, or you can?
No, if you have a sunny south-facing window or a greenhouse, you could definitely just put them in there.
Okay, so then the fixture is basically for a certain
The
amount of time,
early-
we're not,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, or if you don't have any south-facing windows, because
okay,
a lot of houses in this town do not have any southern light,
yeah.
unfortunately. Our neighborhoods were all set up wrong.
Yeah.
People have their garages on the south side of their house, and I'm like, oh, it's so sad. Being a gardener, I always look at that. Where's your light coming from? Okay, and the other thing that is helpful to have when you have a lot of plants starting is a little fan, because plants that are grown inside don't have any natural wind, and so they tend to grow a little bit weak, especially if they don't have enough light. You know, they get leggy, really spindly, and they're very weak. So if you put a little fan on them, it doesn't have to run all the time, but you know, once a day for a couple hours or something, then it kind of strengthens up those stems and gets them more stronger. They'll grow thicker, and they'll do better when you plant them outside. That's kind of optional, you know. Take a look and see how they're doing, and if they're looking a little weak and spindly, you might try a fan. If you do have a fan on, beware that they will dry out a little bit faster too. Okay, so why don't we go ahead and plant some seeds. So we've got 2 tubs of soil, and we've got some little 6-packs for your plants, and you can choose whatever you want to start. Oh, one thing I forgot. Whenever you're planting something, you always want to label what you're planting. I find popsicle sticks works really good. I mean, you plant something and you're like, oh, I'll remember what that is. And then it comes up and you're like, oh, is that celery or parsley? I can't tell. Or, you know, so that's why you always want to have it labeled. Popsicle sticks work great, and if they get into your garden, then they eventually will decompose. They're organic. There's nothing more annoying than having a bunch of plastic little things in your garden that stick around for years. So always, always label your plants. Okay, with that,
Can I ask a question?
yeah.
Are you going to talk about where to find organic seeds later, or is now maybe come back?
I can answer that question now. Yeah, let's see. Fred Meyer has, they just have like Lily Miller and Ed Hume, but they have some organic seeds in those lines. You have to-
I guess I'm asking if they're good polyorganics or are they USDA approved organics?
They're USDA approved organics, yeah. Alaska Millipede has Territorial, which is excellent organic company. And they also have this Renee's Garden, which is also an excellent organic small company. You can order your seeds online, which is what I do with a lot of them, because I can't always find what I want in town and I want bigger quantities or whatever. But Territorial is what I order a lot of my seeds from.
So they have no,
What's that?
so they have local, at Alaska Millipede?
Yeah, they have some at Alaska Millipede, they don't have all of them.
There's a place on Old Seward, like Fair Trade Organic Farming Supplies or
Oh,
something.
fair trade.
Yeah. I was there a few weeks ago and they said they were just gonna get a new shipment in of seeds.
Oh,
They
great.
didn't have some.
Oh, great.
So,
Awesome, that's good to know. I haven't
and they're
seen them there.
a local store, didn't they just open up like
Yeah,
last
they're
year?
kinda new, I think, yeah.
And is the Territorial brand good for the Northwest in general?
Yes, Territorial is out of New York, I think. Oh no, Oregon. They're out of Oregon, so it's Johnny's that's out of New York and Maine. They're really good as well. I order a lot of seeds from them. And Baker Creek Heirlooms